Today on MUFC Quintessence, we unpack the emotional fallout from the 4-4 draw with Bournemouth, a game that was a chaotic triumph of attack over a catastrophic failure of defense. Amidst the 8 goals, the last-minute drama, and the post-match fury, the spotlight has fallen on the captain, Bruno Fernandes, who delivered a world-class performance to drag the team back from the brink. But the most compelling story comes from one of the players who struggled most, Bryan Mbeumo. And what was his final game before departing for the Africa Cup of Nations, Mbeumo delivered a raw, shocking statement that wasn't directed at the defense or the manager, but directly at the man who carried the team, Bruno Fernandes. Mbeumo's admission cuts to the heart of United's struggle for consistency and leadership. Welcome back to MUFC Quintessence. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for all essential, high-quality Manchester United analysis as we break down the meaning of Mbeumo's words and the huge void his departure and his honesty leaves behind. The captain's redemption in the chaos. To understand the weight of Mbeumo's statement, we must first analyze the monumental performance delivered by Bruno Fernandes. The captain entered the game under immense pressure, with recent speculation surrounding a potential January sale by the new Ineos hierarchy to fund a squad overhaul. His response against Bournemouth was the definitive answer, a defiant, world-class exhibition of leadership and technical brilliance. The performance saw Bruno register a goal and an assist, directly contributing to 2 of the 4 goals. His first major intervention came just before halftime, delivering the pinpoint corner kick that Casemiro headed home to restore United's 2-1 lead. This was a moment of technical quality, but his true leadership came when the team was collapsing. Falling 3-2 down after 2 quick-fire second-half goals, Old Trafford was on the verge of turning toxic. The defense had crumbled, the midfield was static, and the energy was draining. This is the moment a captain defines himself. When the free kick was awarded on the edge of the box in the 77th minute, there was no doubt who would step up. Bruno Fernandes executed a stunning curled free kick that rocketed into the top corner, leveling the score at 3-3, and instantly injecting belief and fury back into a dead team. 2 minutes later, United were ahead 4-3. Beyond the metrics of his goal and assist, the statistics underscore his authority. He created 5 chances, completed 11 passes into the final third, and was constantly seen screaming instructions and organizing the makeshift defense. As Sky Sports commentators noted, Bruno dragged United forward when the game was slipping away. This was not just a great performance, it was a captain's rescue mission, confirming that despite all the talk of Ineos' ruthlessness, Bruno remains the indispensable heartbeat of this club. Mbeumo's inexcusable miss and the weight of failure. While Bruno Fernandes was operating on a level of defiance, Bryan Mbeumo experienced a night of agonizing frustration, and this is where his shocking statement originates. As one of the primary attacking threats alongside Cunha, Mbeumo was relied upon to convert the chances Bruno's creativity generated. He did not. The Cameroonian star, who was playing his final game before leading his national team into AFCON, was directly involved in creating space and movement, but his finishing was, by his high standards, deplorable. The defining moment of his frustration came shortly after Bournemouth took the 3-2 lead. United desperately needed an immediate response. Mbeumo found himself inside the box with a clear look at the goal, yet he blasted the ball high and wide, an inexcusable miss for a player of his caliber. Mbeumo was visibly agitated for the rest of his time on the pitch. While Amad Diallo managed to score his AFCON farewell goal, Mbeumo was left reflecting on squandered opportunities, chances that, had they been converted, would have secured the 2 points Amorim claimed were lost in the first half. His run of form leading into the game had been mixed, with commentators noting he had a shit game against Bournemouth, and Mbeumo not finishing chances. He hasn't been the best lately. It is this personal, public failure to deliver in the final moments, to be the decisive player Bruno needs him to be, that drove his emotional response after the final whistle. The feeling was not one of general disappointment, but a direct, personal guilt towards the captain who laid the goals on a platter. The shocking statement. The shocking statement from Bryan Mbeumo did not come in the form of a prepared press release or a polite mixed-zone interview. It was a candid, raw admission given to a pitch-side reporter immediately after the final whistle. The reporter had asked Mbeumo about his feelings, departing for AFCON on the back of such a chaotic draw, and if he was concerned about the team's defense. Mbeumo, however, pivoted the discussion entirely to Bruno. "Look, I am going to Cameroon now, and I should be happy because I played my part. But I cannot be. We did not win. And when you look at how Bruno Fernandes played tonight, that is why I am angry. He gives you everything. He is fighting everyone. He scores the free kick to bring us back. He demands every pass, every run. When I missed that chance, I knew immediately I let him down. That is the feeling. Bruno gives us the fire, he gives us the pass, and we, as the attacking players, have to kill the game. I did not kill the game. It's easy to look at the defense, but we had our chances to be 3-0 up before they came back. When Bruno gives you that perfect ball, you have to do the job. My job was not done. I will be watching AFCON and I will be thinking about how I let my captain down." This statement is shocking because it is a profound declaration of personal accountability directed at a teammate. It is the public acceptance of the burden of leadership that Bruno has been trying to distribute across the squad. Mbeumo didn't blame the system, he didn't blame the young defenders, he blamed himself for failing to capitalize on the moments of magic created by his captain. Bruno's demand and Mbeumo's response. This emotional outburst is the direct result of the complex dynamic established between Fernandes and the new attacking cohort. Previously, Bruno had publicly stated his desire to see others step up, saying he hoped he wouldn't win Player of the Year awards because it would mean the likes of Mbeumo, Cunha, and others were taking the spotlight and scoring the necessary goals. Mbeumo's previous responses showed he accepted this demand, acknowledging that with a smart player like Bruno, you only need to make the run and he's going to play you in the right space every time. This partnership is built on high expectations. By publicly stating, "I let him down," Mbeumo is not undermining Bruno, he is validating his leadership and making a promise to the captain, the squad, and the fans. As Mbeumo heads to AFCON, his words serve as a rallying cry. He acknowledges that the problem isn't the captain's effort, but the failure of the supporting cast to deliver on the chances provided. The true significance of this statement is in its timing. It is a moment of raw, unvarnished honesty as Mbeumo steps away from the squad. It provides a huge psychological boost to Bruno, confirming that his relentless, demanding nature is being understood and accepted by the club's key goal scorers. It also sets a difficult standard for the rest of the squad who remain. If Mbeumo, one of the top goal contributors, is admitting personal failure, then the pressure on the likes of Matheus Cunha, Mount, and the returning Sesko to step up in Mbeumo's absence is now monumental. The 4-4 draw was a tactical shambles, but the emotional aftermath has yielded a moment of powerful clarity. Mbeumo's statement is a testament to Bruno Fernandes' authority and a commitment to greatness that the rest of the squad must uphold. Hit that like button, subscribe to MUFC Quintessence, and tell us in the comments, did Mbeumo's statement prove Bruno is the greatest leader at the club? And who must step up now that Mbeumo is gone?